welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. It is episode 23 and today is Thursday, which I'll explain why in a moment, the 16th of July 2020. As people will know that follow me on Instagram, I put a quick message on there yesterday. I got up yesterday morning and on my router, it says internet, there was the red button flashing. I thought, oh no. You know, obviously I know I have data, but I didn't want to use up all my data that I have on uploading and all that and editing and so on. So I thought, well, I'll leave it and see how quickly after I've reported it that they will actually fix it. Well, they told me on the phone, because it was outside, luckily, not inside was the problem, that it would be 3 to 4 working days, but it was done by yesterday lunchtime, so I was well chuffed. But I thought I would leave it yesterday afternoon just to make sure that everything was okay, and woke up this morning and still all right. So I thought, yes, I'm gonna put in my podcast today because I missed you guys so much yesterday. It's funny you actually get into the routine of talking to everybody. Okay then, right, wow. We have definitely smashed the 500. We are now 550. I've just this minute checked. So, wow, down for everybody. And hello to all the new subscribers. And thank you to all the ones, and I know who you are, that have followed me right from the very beginning. So thank you to everybody. Okay then, so today we are going to have a little bit of knitting. Just progress on my breathing space. Some cross stitch. And I'm going to show you a picture as well of a lady that contacted me yesterday who's made a little table runner following my tutorials in patchwork. It is beautiful. So I've asked her permission and I'm going to put a little photograph of that up. And also I've got some sewing. Hopefully this will all work out okay, but you never know. Right, and then at the end there's just some, you know, update news of general what's going on. Okay then, so today it is very close, very humid. They reckon it's going to be warmer today than it was yesterday. And it's only, let's have a look. Yeah, it's only 8 in the morning and you can feel it. It's really heavy and it's cloudy. It's you know, there's no sunshine coming out at the moment either. So we'll see what the day brings. So that's why I've had to put the light on, because it was quite dark in here. First time I've actually had to ever do that, I must say. Right then, so let's hop right in, shall we? The breathing space. I am loving this so much. So all I've done is just brought up the actual part that I've done. It's a pattern called the Breathing Space by Vera Valimaki, and I will say it is a pleasure to knit. It is a beautifully written pattern, and to be honest, I can't find any fault there at all. I am literally just doing as is. I have got, I think, 3 more of the contrast stripes to do on the body, and then it goes into the plain, and then that will be the body finished, and then I'll go on to the sleeves. But I am absolutely loving it. As you see, it's slanted. The different colour of my scrappy ball has worked well, really. I'm really pleased, as I say. And then this piece here, which is from Elliot Craft House Magic, and I haven't brought up my label, I'm sorry, but I have mentioned it on my last 2 episodes, and that's going to be on the sleeves, so it kind of blends right across the top, and it's going to have the rainbow multicoloured body. But I am just loving this. I can't wait to finish it. I can't put it down. Even though it's warm in the evenings, I'm trying to, because obviously it's wool, isn't it? And it's warm. I'm trying to rest it so it's not on my lap to make me too hot, so I can do some knitting, because, oh, I'm just loving it. Absolutely loving it. But, yeah, as I say, the pattern is absolutely brilliant. A lot of fun doing these. I know that they're all wrap and turns, but they're just so much fun. They're not a chore, actually. They don't feel a chore within it. They actually are a pleasure, because you see, you know, what's happening to the body. It's so much fun, really is. So that is all the knitting I actually have, because as I say, I am concentrating on getting this done. Hopefully it won't be too long, say perhaps another couple of 3 episodes, I'm hoping anyway. And then I will get some socks on the needles, because I'm itching to get socks, but I'm one of them that I have to finish a project. I know that there's many out there that has all these whips. But no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I have to get a project finished. So yes, but I'm itching to get the socks on, the Peachy collection that I mentioned last week. I'm so looking forward to knitting those. I really am. But I will explain something at the end, which will actually coordinate those. Okay, now sewing. If the people that follow me on Instagram will know, there was a photograph I put on there, I think it was last month, of a jumpsuit that I made. It was just a mock-up, basically, and it's one that I use for just, you know, potting around indoors and in the garden, because it's so comfortable, it's unbelievable. So I had this piece of fabric and I thought, right, I'm going to adapt to this a bit. I talk about adapting, because the one that I did before had I tied and did ties here. I didn't have a pocket, which I have to have pockets, so I'm kind of using the same pattern but not right. So the pattern that I'm using for the actual body is McCall's 7598, which is this. Okay, but as I say, I don't like the back, because the back, if you look here at the drawn, the back is tied up. It's really low here at the front, which I didn't want. I wanted them to look more like dungarees at the top and then had the bagginess at the bottom. This is what I had in my head. So I got my bits out and I got my fabric out and I thought, right, I can do this. I'm sure if I actually, you know, adjusted here, there and everywhere. So anyway, obviously I had these pattern pieces for the bottom. So what I did is from the waist down, I used this. Then I had a water patterned like this. I had the Myla from Tilly and the Buttons. Oh my gosh, you name a pattern company, I kind of had them. And I took them down and I was taking bits off of here and bits off of there and drawing onto the bottom of this. And then I realised after I'd done it that this, because I am only 5 foot tall, and obviously these ladies on these patterns are not 5 foot tall. So I had to take 4 inches off of this part here. And because the crutch, no lie, was nearly, well, past my knees. I know it's supposed to be low, but it was past my knees. And I thought, no, I'm going to end up tripping over that. You know, it's just not going to look very nice at all. So anyway, so I shortened that by 4 inches. So now I've got a low crutch, but not as low. And this is what I've come up with. I haven't made it yet. I've cut it out. So I've decided I'm going to bind with bias binding the inside, not face. I'm not going to complicate things too much. So I got some bias binding just to go round. I've cut the straps, as you can see, from the Myla dungarees, because I've got a pair of those and they are my favourites. I'm always in those. So I've cut this. Yes, it's quite bright, I know, but why not? You know, I say, why not? I've got the pocket from there, because I'm actually going to put a pocket on the top. And these ones, because I've got the proper straps, I'm going to put buttons. But I can't decide whether to do 2 different colour buttons or wooden buttons or what. I haven't decided on that part yet. So I've got the pocket, so that will be at the front. And I can't wait to put them together. But what I thought I'd do is I'd have a rest, because as I say, it took me nearly 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours, just to get the pattern correct. And the bits I was cutting off and adding on here and cutting them off there, and oh dear me. So fingers crossed it will actually come out okay. So what I have done is, this is the front. Sorry about the rustling, but I've still got my pattern pieces on. so this is, let's get back. So this is the actual front piece, and it's like that. But as I say, if you notice with theirs had a big, yeah, that's the front, a big V going down, which I didn't want. So I've done this and made this, but I've taken this off of another pattern, but I can't remember which one, so I could get the armhole right. So it will sit here you see, and then go down. And then, as I say, I'm just going to bind it all round, and it's all in the really bright, nice pink. So, and then the back is, let's have a look. What have I done for the back? Right, the back, you see, as I say, this should have been that much higher. So what I did is I got another simplicity pattern, I think it was, because normally on a pair of dungarees they go up. Oh, I tell a lie. Excuse me, I didn't. I got the Clio from Tilly and the Buttons, because I've made so many of those. And I got my oh, what's it called? The special ruler that you use for adjusting, you know, patterns and stuff like that. Pattern something is called. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I got one of those, and I laid the Clio on the pattern piece just to get the angle, and then I followed it up. So this will actually go only gradually like that, not like that like they do on a actually on a pair of dungarees. It will just be gradually like that, and then after I've actually put the front and the backs together, I'll have to really work out where I'm going to put the straps. But there's another thing, I can't decide on what to do because I'm binding, not facing. I can't decide whether to make it really different, because let's face it, it's a bit way out anyway, isn't it? Because of the colour of the fabric. But it's obviously I'm going to have buttons here and here, but I can't decide whether to actually put buttons at the back as well, just for something different. Actually close both ends of the straps and have them at the front and the back, but actually have them tucked in at the front and the back, but just have the buttons. So what the front ones I will have buttonholes, but at the back ones I won't. They'll be like false, and I think that might look quite good. So, but if I do that way, then I will actually use 4 matching buttons, I think. But yeah, you know, I'm getting there with it. I'm hoping to get it sewed up so I can show everybody next week. But yes, I remember years ago when I first started knitting socks, when we used to oh, excuse me, now we call them scrappy socks, but I remember they used to be called Franken socks because they were like Frankenstein, all bits and bobs of all different dyers yarns or shop brought yarns all put together to make a sock. So they used to be called a Franken sock. So this is kind of what this is turning out to be, really. Because there's, as I say, there's the Clio, there's the Myla, there's the McCalls originally. There is a bit of simplicity in there. But I have actually got to try and find, because I'm going to put the pocket at the front, I would like, because it's going to have, it has seams at the side and at the front as well. So what I would like is big pockets actually here. So I have got, but on the outside, I think. I don't know, I might have one on the inside because it won't look as baggy. If so, then I can use, I've got another pattern which is like a tunic dress, and they have really good pockets. So yeah, this is really going to be a bit of every pattern really that you can think of on these. If they work out, it will be a miracle. So, but we'll see, you know, we'll see. I'm hoping it will work out just so it's nice and comfortable to wear. That's all I'm after. And I think with the brightness, obviously I can wear this quite easily in the spring and the summer, but I thought to myself, well, why not in the autumn? You know, I've got my brown boots. Why not, you know? Put a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it and that'll be me. So, as I say, as long as I'm comfortable, I don't mind what I don't mind what I look like, but as long as I'm comfortable, I'm happy. Put it that way. Okay then, so wish me luck on that one, and let's hope it actually does work out. So that'll be a miracle if it does. Okay then, so that's the sewing. Right, what I am going to quickly pop in is I'm going to pop in a photograph. So yesterday a lady contacted me called Sonia, and she'd been following my patchwork and quilting tutorials, and she made a table runner like the one that I did when I was doing the tutorials. And it's beautiful, and well done, Sonia. I am so proud. I really am. You have done a beautiful job. They are lovely fabrics that you have chosen. And I have asked her, and she has given me her blessing. So I'm going to pop her photograph in right here. Didn't she do well? I think it's lovely. It really is. And she did say at the end of the message that she's definitely got the bug, because once you start, you cannot stop with the patchwork and quilting. It's very addictive. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing all your future projects. So well done, Sonia, and thank you for letting me know. Okay then, right, now, cross stitch. I have just flown with the cross stitch. As I say, once I've got to hot in the evenings with having the breathing space on my lap, I've got my frame out and downstairs because it's not on resting on me at all. Last night, about 9:20, I think it was, I finished the December. So I'm all done. So let's see which ones. I think since this one has got to be one of my favourites. This is the November one, and I absolutely love it. And what I've done with this to change it, because as you all know, I lived in Canada and I have visited America while I was in Canada, and she actually, and Kathy actually gave two, oh sorry, I've got a little bit there, I can see that, got two charts, one for the Canadian and one for the American. And I thought, well, you know, I've celebrated the Canadian Thanksgiving, but I have been to America and I have done a little bit of homework. And the actual town, because I don't live in the town where I was born, the actual town where I was born made the Mayflower. So I thought, well, I've got my connection there. So what I've done is I've taken the Canadian hat, and there's the pilgrim hat, because underneath here you should have the body, not the face, just the body of a pilgrim. So I've removed that off, taken that and not stitched that, I should say, and then put the Canadian hat. And so it kind of, you know, this is what I love about cross stitching and our crafts. We can make them so personal as well, and I just think it's lovely. And the fabric I've got to match, because I phoned up Debs at work and I put in a little order and I knew exactly which one I had in mind, is this one. I think it's going to be so appropriate. Look at that. Pumpkins. I love pumpkin. I really do. So that will be my background. And then I managed to find one for the March, because I was struggling with the March one. So what I did in the end is I went for little pretty flowers. I thought that would go. So I've done, oh, October was another one I finished this week. This is brilliant. Mind you, I love Halloween. Look at that. And then obviously I'm going to fussy cut a piece from my fabric. So basically last night I finished the full 12. They've all been stitched. As you can see, I haven't even taken off my piece. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I can't remember. Say when I'm doing little bits like this and I'm only using up little bits of Ada, but I haven't got the area in a hoop, because I do hoop stitch on a stand, you know, for the Ada, for the stitched piece inside. I get a piece of calico or an old bit of sheeting or anything like that, and just put like a sashing round, like we do with quilting, and then I put that in then in the hoop. As you can see, that then is in, and it keeps it tight enough so you can actually use up, because as you will know if you've followed me right from the beginning, I try and find a way of using up absolutely everything. That is my thing. So I use up the smallest bits, because I can actually stitch in the area in there that I need, and then I just remove it all off, and I reuse them. I reuse them as well, so until I can't use them no more. And I don't know if I just showed you this, but I'll do it again. And this is the fabric I have chosen for him, the Santa. So yes, I am so chuffed. There they all are with their fabrics all in there, look. And so I'm going to start putting all the pieces together, because I've got all my mount board all cut, both sides. I've got my big piece of wood all painted up. So yeah, now I can start putting them all together. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. So I'm just going to recap. It is the Year of Celebrations by Hands On Designs. And it has been, I got this for Christmas from Glenn, so I wouldn't have started it until about January. And as you know, I have done a lot more since then. and it's just been a pleasure to sew. It really has. So now I can get back onto my chalkboard one and hopefully get that finished soon as well. Okay then, so that is about it really. I know I did say I'm going to do quick ones anyway, on a weekly basis. Just would like to say to everybody, obviously this month it should have been Fibre East, you know, and obviously like many things all over the world has been cancelled. My friend, lovely friend Teresa and I had our tickets all ready to go, you know, all excited, but you know, these things were meant to be. It's the way I look at them. But I follow them on Facebook, and I actually got a message through saying on the 25th and 26th of July, which is next weekend, they're going to do it online. So we're still going to Fibre East, but online instead. So because I'd saved for it anyway, and I thought, whoa. So, and I thought I'm going to do is with the Peachy collection that I'm going to do for Debbie, and I thought, well, that'd be the opportunity to get some yarn. So then I'm going to be knitting away on my old breathing space, because then by the time they're all delivered to me, I'm hoping to get it all finished, and then boom, I can get them on the cowl, the hat, and the socks all on the needles. So I will just recap because I haven't got. Pattern is by Daisy Stitches. There you go. I have got it on last week's show notes. So it is a brilliant collection. It really is. But say when I start it, it will definitely be obviously you're going to see my progress as I go along like normally. So yes, so Fibre East is going ahead, but obviously online. So 25th and 26th. I haven't actually seen yet about who's trading or what. I haven't found that out yet. I don't know. But, you know, if I find anything out further by next Wednesday, I will definitely let everybody know where to go and, you know, to find out the show list and so on. But yes, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm going to make chocolate cake and have a good day at Fibre East. It's going to be a good day. So anyway, well, looking forward to that. So yeah, why not? So right, okay, I think that's everything. So please keep your fingers crossed and wish me luck on the old jumpsuit. If it works out, it will be a miracle. Also, just quickly, a lovely lady left me a message asking me, because I've asked everybody, because everybody that's messaged in about the favourite cake, your favourite cake or dessert have all been put in the pot. Your name's all in the pot already, and I'm adding to it all the time. What mine is, and mine is, I didn't really have to think. I know I love chocolate cake, I know I do, but my all-time favourite cake that I make, and I've made it for a long time now, is pumpkin and walnut loaf. That in the autumn with all the leaves fallen down and a nice either herbal or cup of tea, normal cup of tea, and a slice of that, you cannot beat. Oh, it's my all-time favourite. It really is. And I normally, you know, I can't wait for the pumpkins to come out so I can, I get the small ones, not the big orange ones. I get the small ones and I cut them in half and I bake them until they all go soft and caramelised. Take off the skin and then mash them all up. And then I actually make the loaves from there. And oh, gosh. I know the actual recipe that I found many years ago actually is just for pumpkin loaf, but I add walnuts into it. Oh, just chopped up walnuts because I love walnuts, and it really, really is lovely. I will have to see if I can find a link to the recipe. Leave that one with me because I might actually do that, mention it next week when I actually announce the winner of the giveaway. Okay then, right then, so I am going to be off now because I have got some knitting and sewing and so on to get done. So everybody have a fantastic week. I hope the weather's going to be kind to everybody. Just roll on autumn, winter, that's all I keep saying. don't do this heat. Anyway, right then, so stay safe, take care, happy crafting, and see you next week. Bye.